Mm. Guys, hey, how we all doing? So, I haven't traded this week, and I have tried. So, when market opens, I'm at work still in the evening, so there's quite a bit going on to say the least. So, it is difficult to have the laptop there with me, and because I'm only currently using stocks to trade right now, so look, my hair looks all crazy. Um, there was talk of, I thought Timmy Sykes was testing stocks to trade for the mobile, which would be handy. But I mean, I'm still just not ready to fund a live account and start, even with tiny small positions. Ideally, I'd like to use interactive brokers. Um, Although I am contemplating using Short Trader, but it's just currently it's to me there's no urgency to go and start live trading when I really haven't knuckled down um, my trading, to be honest. So I'm more of a conservative trader as well. I'm certainly not aggressive. And with my forex stuff, I was back testing for several months and demo trading before I got into live trading. So after a small live account, that didn't end very well. Okay, I've got MGTI up here, which is pretty interesting. Oh, we've got the list. We've got the list here. I try to get stocks to trade open. Okay, so I don't know if anyone else is an Australian that watches this and has had issues with stocks to trade. So I finished work at 1 a.m. Perth time. So that's midday New York. And I get home. It was like 1:30. I was on the computer and I try to load stocks to trade because my intention was to actually have a little nap, get up, do a little suss out of the close of market the last half an hour, but it wouldn't load. So it would open up, but then I would click to interact something, and then it would anyway. I've sent a thing to stocks to trade, so it's pointless me ranting now. It's not really productive. MGTI is interesting. I'll just that's why I'm using MarketWatch just to sort of 1.6 million shares were traded, so it's down a little bit on volume. There's no PR from the company directly. Um, okay. There's a little bit of PR, from Newswire, Network Newswire. I see the price of Bitcoin as well, quoted by, I guess, Bitcoin Wisdom. Whew. Oh man, well, it's been quite the ride recently, hasn't it? For got down below 6,000. There was quite a lot of support though. I mean, it quickly shot back up, and that's sort of where it's at now. Overall, it's a downtrending chart, and it, yeah, that's sort of bullish though. I mean, if we, it's a little bit of support, but it's not, fantastic. It's not. Well, I mean, what I look for, I'm a trend trader, so I mean, I wouldn't be buying this. To be honest, I don't have any holdings in cryptocurrency though, so I've got no skin in the game. Take my opinion pretty lightly, to be honest. Wheat stocks. Heard a little bit just looking at this. I saw on my phone, I've got Tim alerts. Tim got it on KSHB. Interesting. I don't know if that was the dip by that. I thought it was later on in the session. Down here. Everything's down a little bit, to be fair. And if I was to discuss a plan, it's hard because I don't have the big percentage gains. I know you can do free scans. I've just never done that before, so I haven't really prepared. I just bang out the video and trials and tribulations of a novice trader, really. But MGTI is interesting. I think I'm just going to discuss this because what it's good for is being in a bit of a range is what it is. It's low $2 to 260 offered a little bit of resistance as well, and I actually got through that. So, but as you can see, was that at the, no, it wasn't at the, oh no, gap down. So it just now depends, because there's no after hours trading with this one. It just depends now on what Bitcoin does, and it's extremely volatile situation now. These guys are the biggest Bitcoin miners in the US. So what I am noticing is it can offer some pretty good dip buys. So in reality, I've been talking about selling this and doing that, but if I do have an account, I'm not really going to be in a position to sell, just given the margin requirements. I've got a couple options. It's either continue saving for an Interactive Brokers account, which is around 10,000. That would allow you to sell, or I think it's around 2,000 to 3,000 for most US brokerage accounts that won't allow you to sell. I think I'll just keep it as a cash account. I'm not going to use margin, or it would cost me around, in Australian currency, around $900 to open up a short trader account. So, and what I am sort of looking at is more swing positions, just because of the work schedule that I have. I mean, 2 out of the 4 weeks in the month, it makes it very difficult to actually trade. So that's what I'm sort of contemplating, and buying a stock, holding it overnight, getting the gap, cashing out, that sort of thing, instead of these intraday sort of. Although I like the dip buys, they make sense to me. This is the last 5 days on MGTI. So when we're talking dip buys, you can see it's occurred a little bit. This is, I wouldn't have played this one. I would get impatient. But there's that there. There's that. That's probably not a good example. But this especially. So this is what I'd like to see on MGTI if we're talking a potential trade idea. A dip buy on MGTI, maybe it is up quite a little bit. What I'd like to see is maybe it goes to $3 or so, or near $3, and then hit some selling. But the thing with this, though, it ideally it opens up and goes weak, would be good, like it did on the 2nd of Feb. But we'll see. Markets have seemed to have recalibrated, so wheat stocks might be back in play a little bit. Anyway, guys, that's the video. I'm doing a lot of study this week during the day because I'm working at night. So I will try and get a video out for close of market. That would be, when would that be? In a while, because that's 5 a.m. Perth time, so 4 p.m. New York time. So it's tomorrow morning. But in conclusion, no real clear trade ideas. I mean, TVIX was one. With a small account, though, I probably wouldn't trade this, though, to be fair. Had a pretty good dip buy, though, didn't it? Man. It's just a little bit different, though, because it is well, that's what it is. It's like an ETF or whatever they're called, so I'm not too familiar with that. But I think I'm going to conclude the video, guys. Thank you for watching. No outstanding setups to report. Possible dip buy maybe on MGTI. I'm calling it. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.